is the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and Krissy Vann. That's me. And we're taking you on a little off-roading.
And every single week, we're going to be joined by our dope friend, Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Woo! Hey, I floss.
And every week, we are going to ask each other stupid questions, and we're going to answer them. And why, you may ask? Because we can. All right, this is your Motovation
Off-road edition.
All right. Okay. All right. Here's
Okay.
What's a fear of yours that you've challenged that fear? And how did that go when you challenged that fear? Anyone?
Hello?
Anybody?
I've got one. I have a very strong fear of edges, not heights, edges. So, and I definitely know it's not height related. I've paraglided, I've hang glided, been a hot air balloon, jumped off shit. That part is fine. But the edges are what really scare the shit out of me. Like even it could be a subway platform edge. You'll notice I'll stand against the wall. And I had an opportunity through my employer to do the Via Ferrata, which is essentially, there's a couple of them in BC, but it's like rock climbing light. In essence, their Via Ferrata actually, I believe, is Italian and translates to iron rungs. So they put these metal iron rungs in the mountainside. So you do a mix of rock climbing, but also you have this metal ladder to get up. But as I was traveling up, I did this in Whistler. So you're going up along the glacier side and it's amazing. And the views are huge and you're super high. And I literally just remember I was fine heading vertical. But when I had to go horizontally, because some of them are a scramble over, you know that feeling where your heart falls out of your butthole?
Oh, yeah.
And you immediately feel like you're going to wet yourself, but you're not sure. It's like your bladder is just like cramps outwards.
Yeah.
I literally can remember in my mind that moment because it was like I looked down and realized I'm perched on a mountainside edge. And it's not like anything would happen to me because you are harnessed in. It's not like I'm doing this solo
harnessed?
crazy.
Okay.
Oh, not only harnessed, I had a guide named Junichi, which I wouldn't have faced the fear without Junichi. Like, bless that soul, because I hung on to that horizontal scramble for so long. And he was just kind of like, you're good. We're going to do this. Nothing is changing from moment to moment. When you're ready, we're going to take this step. Junichi's the man, and I owe it to him, but conquered the fear of edges that day because quite honestly, I could have hung out on that mountainside forever. And I'm pretty sure that my butthole is still on that mountain.
Right. When you freeze and that terror, just like I want to be anywhere but here. Anywhere but here.
It's like the artificial pee pantsing is what gets me. Like it feels like you're peeing.
Oh, right.
But you're not. Like it's just the fear pee, the fake fear pee.
Yeah. It also comes when you're almost having an orgasm. Sometimes you have that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not unlike.
That's an edge I prefer.
I'll go over that edge any day.
Oh, shoot. That's good. I love that.
Richelle, what's yours?
Okay. My fear, I'm afraid of flying. You know, I think there is lots to be said for your fear in flying, you know, fear of the plane not taking off, fear of the plane not landing. And I'm also very claustrophobic and like the doors shut.
All right. But how have you challenged these? You're just talking, how have you challenged them? Have you put yourself in a tanning bed for your claustrophobia? Have you put
tanning beds? Yes. Okay. I mean, okay. So what I did,
ginger. I know tanning beds are not no bueno.
You're leaning into the spray tans, not the tanning beds. That's a ginger's worst fear. That should be the fear that you challenged. Anywho,
I'm saying I didn't do it. Okay, so flying, yes. So I challenged my fear of flying by doing exactly what you just said, is putting myself in small spaces, and like really grinding into why I was feeling so much fear in that. And then I decided to just actually fly. I just said, you know what? I can't not fly. I have to do it. And I went to the doctor and I said, I'm really afraid of flying. Here's my dealio.
Oh,
and they prescribed,
okay.
They prescribed me Ativan, actually.
I'd be more scared of taking the Ativan. I don't take a lot of medication, so I'd be like, whoa, I don't even know what that adventure would feel like. Right?
I would almost prefer. Yeah, I took Ativan, and here's the thing about Ativan. I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but for me with Ativan, I took it and I was fully there, but I couldn't move.
Oh God, that's way worse.
Oh. Yeah, it was like, I don't suggest it to anybody. I totally don't recommend it. So I was absolutely in the air, totally afraid, and really couldn't speak to anybody because I was so out of it.
Paralysis.
It's a nightmare.
That sounds like a nightmare, quite literally. So I was in my worst fear, but I couldn't move any limbs of my body.
Right? This will cure you. We're just going to paralyze you in place as you experience your fear. You will be able to do nothing.
Yeah. Is your thoughts.
So I never went back to that doctor again. But I fly all the time now because I don't do it on Ativan. You know what I'm saying? I fully experience it. I think all is going to be great. And you know what? The best thing is that I actually ride in the back now, which has the most turbulence because I'm like, let's go full ride on this thing. And that's what I do.
So would you say the Ativan actually cured your fear? Maybe the doctor knew. Like,
there's nothing's going to be worse than this. Nothing's going to be worse than this. Like I'll take it. That's fine. I'll never do that again.
Oh,
now I'm cured. Hallelujah.
See, all of our big fears have to do with like edges, heights. Mine's also heights. I get, and oh God, anything that has, mine's height and edges. So if there's like, you're on the edge of any kind of cliff or mount, the stomach gets going. And so where I challenged it was, we're in Vegas for a friend's wedding. And I rallied a bunch of friends to all go to do you know the Stratosphere Hotel where they have those rides on the roof?
Yep.
Yes.
Big Shot, the X Scream, and the Sky Jump. Now, I don't know those off by heart. I Googled them right before this. So I had a reference.
Like, I'm very well versed.
Yeah. I was like, those rides, Sky Jump. Like, no, just in case anyone wants to Google them and check out the images. So I had seen them on TV or something prior to Vegas. And I was like, I'm going to do those. They were so fucking terrifying. The Big Shot. I remember when it shoots you in the air and you literally feel like you're getting shot into the abyss. And I remember everything inside my brain was like, you're dying. You're dying now. You're dead. You're dead now. And I was just like, I'm dying. And
I'm dying.
And then they lead you to the next ride, which was the one where it's like the little like roller coaster track that rides right off the top of the roof. And then as if you're just going to like go off into the abyss, and then it stops and jolts and then like ramps you back and forward. And then
it's horrible.
Oh, the Sky Jump is like an octopus arms that you're sitting upright, and then it's like, and all of a sudden the arms go out and you're just facing the abyss of the ground as they spin you like manically around. And I was just like, why am I doing this? Why have I chosen this for myself? Not once was I like,
while you're in it,
conquered it. I was just like, I'm worse for wear. My fear is deeper.
Like, not only did you just decide to try and conquer your fear, but you did it in a man-made piece of equipment. Like, some dude had to have some crazy mind to be like, well, I'm just going to assemble this together and shoot people off of it. And you're like, yep, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And when you safe to try.
Yeah, when you walk into this hotel, it's not a fancy smancy place. And then you get to the roof and you can tell that you're like, has there been maintenance? Has things been updated? And you've got this like 16-year-old, teenager that's just like, you getting on? And I was just like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my adult life? Why am I making these life choices? And then, but I was like turning around to the 10 people I wrangled that didn't even know this place I don't think existed until now. And was like, come on, guys, let's do this. Everyone else was just like, I don't know why we did this. I don't know.
Nobody else had a good time. Nobody.
I think a lot of them that weren't scared of heights was like, yeah, that was a good time. But everyone that's scared of heights was like, what have we done? Why have we done this? Like, I remember my girlfriend, Kim, specifically, her and I just like bear claw, hands together, looking at each other, like, make this end, just terrified. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest it, but I just wouldn't suggest it. It can't be safe.
But you did it.
Yeah,
you did it.
You know what? I done did it. I done gone and done it.
You done did. I'm impressed. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, you guys. Thank
Proud
you.
of all of us. Proud of us all. Conquering the fears.
All right, Richelle. Richelle, what's your question?
Yo. Mo, it's my turn. Hey, good looking. Okay. What's a wait, that's
You
Laurie.
can't even say it.
I did it.
Well, no, you didn't.
We're just waiting in suspense.
No.
Everybody's waiting.
Your first question. Oh, are you looking it up right
I saved your question by accident, but don't worry, everything is good. Okay. Do you have a person, it's very important stuff. Listen up, yaher. Do you have a person that you are so on a vibe with that you'd absolutely clean their butthole, no questions asked?
Yeah, I love how this is your lead-in question. Yeah, because when I gazed over this question, and that person's name immediately pops into your head, I was like, well, yeah, I do got that. I obviously have that person. It's my girlfriend, Michelle. She is the person, like, there is a no question asked. Yeah, there's a no questions asked where you're just like, yeah, we're doing that. And we've had to go dive deep in each other's bodies before for different issues where it was like a no questions asked. One of them also happening in Vegas, but it was one of those like, hey, I lost something in there, but I don't know what I did. And I was like, all right, I got you, girl. So yeah, if they're Michelle, hands down, if you listen to this, Michelle, I love you, girl.
That's love.
That is love.
I read this question and I had a moment of gratitude because I was like, I felt like I had a bit of a butthole cleaning community come to mind. I was like, there's a lot of people that I feel I would do this for, and vice versa. I feel like it'd be like, hey, and I don't have a lot of shame. So maybe that's why, where I'd just be like, yep, they're in a pickle and I need some assistance. Or if vice versa, I'd be like, hell yeah. I have a friend in particular from my youth, Megan. I've known her since grade 6. We have done all the things together. She's seen every single bad phase. And the thing that I know is that not only would I get a butthole cleaning, but it would be one with tremendous humor. And it wouldn't be something where they would hold it over your head to embarrass you in public functions, because you have to have butthole protection, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm,
so not only a butthole cleaning, but also butthole insurance.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a real strong crew.
Hell yeah. I would clean your buttholes.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh.
I would hire someone to clean your buttholes.
Yeah. Actually, in fairness, I'd probably gift you a tushy. It's a bidet add-on. I would definitely probably buy you the gift. I have, moved on.
There's
from
options
manual
out there,
cleaning.
Yeah, I would clean them, but I would expect a gift certificate in return.
I think there's a lot of people actually whose buttholes I would clean. Like I'm pretty sure I would go to town, even though that I don't feel good in my stomach about, I don't want to do it. But I think the list is smaller for people that would want me to do it. You know what I mean? They're like, you would slip a finger, or like you would make a joke, or like it would be like a comedy show. I'd like come in like an outfit and like make a whole scene, I bet. And they'd be like, I can't with you.
You give like my butthole a voice. You give it like a name and an accent.
Yeah, I'd like come in. I'd be like, you want your butthole cleaned? Come to me. I'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or I'd really get in there. It would be really uncomfortable for them.
100%. But that's part of the fun. You know what? If you're having to do something uncomfortable, you might as well have a party doing it.
Hell yeah.
I think so. That's what I was thinking.
So you're my gal, Richelle.
Call me. You guys call me anytime. I'll get all up in that. Don't even worry about it.
So fresh and so clean.
Careful what you put out there. So
Yeah.
dreams do come true.
Anybody?
So get ready.
Dreams do come true.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
That's beautiful.
I try. All right. Get ready for this. You go to sleep on December 31st, 2021. You wake up, check your phone, and it says it's January 1st, 2021. After a couple of days, you realize it's Groundhog's Day. Wow, say that 5 times fast. What do you do with the information you have about 2021?
Run.
Don't get your hopes up.
Is it a run, save yourself? Do you warn the people, or you're just running? Where are you running to?
Oh man, I don't know.
But here's my question. This is where I got a little confused. So you are so it's Groundhog's Day, kind of like the movie where you're just like living the same January 1st every single day?
The year.
Oh, the entire.
You're going to have the year.
You're going to have
so it's like the year has just restarted.
A lottery ticket. I would be like, but I haven't necessarily carried. It's not like I carry the lottery numbers that won this year. So
yeah, you'd have to know. You'd have to know what somebody won.
It's not like it's Back to the Future where Biff has the whatever little booklet.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, those that have, I hope you pick up that reference. If not, I don't have any information to win the lottery. Got it. So that scraps any of my, I don't know. Because I think a lot of everything that I would be pre-warned about is super depressing and sad shit. So it would just be like, hold on to your hat, Kingwell. It's going to be a heavy year. But, I don't know what I do. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'd change anything.
I would do a good
I don't
deed.
think I'd change anything either.
No, I know what I would change.
What?
I would tell all my friends and all their people that went out in January of last year and were like, look at my brand new stationary bike. Do you remember they were all over Instagram? And then I would tell them, be like, don't spend your money on that. It's going to be collecting dust by October, because that's exactly what has happened. I would just save them. I would do the people's work. Those things were flying like hot socks. And by hot socks, I mean hot cakes.
Like...
Hot socks and hot cakes.
Hot socks. See, what at first I was thinking what you meant was, when I read that question was, if it was a time lapse Groundhog Day on now the year 2020, what would you tell yourself? Like, oh, we're waking up to this pandemic and no one knows yet. I would just be like, look, you don't got to go to town on the TP. I promise you, it'll be there. Like, settle down.
Totally. Well, and let's not forget how that year started. 2020, Australia was on fire. Then they confirmed UFOs and we were all like, oh, cool, aliens. And then just moved on. And then the world shut down.
Yeah, that wasn't an accident.
Wait a minute.
Confirm aliens.
Did you just say they confirmed UFOs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the government finally, the Canadian government came out 7 years ago. I watched it with my own eyes. Head of national security and stuff. And then it was a week later, that video was gone real quick.
Yeah.
And the other, everyone in Parliament's faces were like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, there's the gray man. People need to know this. This can't be held under wraps any longer. And then I think it was the US that came out and finally, confirmed and was on it. They're like, yeah, we've known. They've been here.
It was the U.S. military that came out, and their UFO report did not confirm or rule out alien activity, but the actual UFO identified objects, they were like, yep, that happened.
Wow, that just blew my mind.
Right.
There you go.
Guys, I had no freaking idea. That is
we
amazing.
just time warped and we gave information to somebody.
We did it. We did it.
Woo! We just did it.
Oh,
I'm so
man,
proud. That was great. Good deeds.
What are you going to do with this information?
I tell you what, I'm just gonna
shit out of this when she gets off.
Yeah, no, Krissy just messaged it to me, and you know what? I'm gonna be all over this program. I had no idea. I always believed in aliens. I mean, how could you not? You know what I mean?
Well, and I think that most people have trouble comprehending just how vast the universe is. I mean, I can't even comprehend it, but I know it's just, and like, I think it's naive to think that we're the only ones hanging out and we're the best the universe has got. I don't know.
Oh, come on.
And
So
correct me if I'm wrong,
narcissistic
but
thought.
we've all been, some of us have been touched. I know it. I know they have. I include myself on that one.
I actually agree with you. If there's
Thank
anything
you.
I believe that I can't see, that statement would be it.
You just went off-roading with the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and myself, Krissy Vann.
And of course, a special thank you to Richelle from True Get Moto.
Whoop, boss it.
Never miss an episode by hitting like or subscribe. Connect with us on Instagram at Motovation Podcast and visit our website at themotovation.com. And in the meantime, full tanks, full throttle.
I think this is good though. It's like healthy, you know? Like people will be like, oh my God, I don't
What?
floss.
Plus, it's going to be so hard not to laugh to get through this intro.